folks, JD here, and today we are looking at this. This is the JX1601 Nano Indoor-Outdoor Quadcopter. Okay, let's open this up and have a little look inside. So there we are folks, this is everything that you get inside the package. So you have your transmitter, you have your drone, you have your accessory bag, which contains 4 propellers and 4 propeller guards as well as you get your USB charger. So let's move everything to one side and let's have a little look at this guy. So this is the little JX1601. It's a folding quadcopter, and straight off the bat there's one thing I really want to say, and that is this feels really well built. It feels really well put together. The plastic that's used is definitely high strength, it's lightweight, and it's also very durable. Now, as you can see, it is folding, so let's have a little look and see what action that these propeller arms have. Well, that's not bad. It's certainly not as good as the Accessory H6, but it's also better than a lot of other nano quadcopters as well. So that is what she looks like, totally assembled and totally with the propeller arms fully extended as also. At the base of all these propeller arms you will have a little Phillips screwdriver, little Phillips screw. It is important to ensure that these are done up nice and tightly, just to ensure before you fly that everything is all working correctly and that you're not going to have any issues in flight. So this particular quadcopter, if you have a little look at the front, it's got an LED sitting here. There is apparently a camera version of this, although the place I bought this from only had the LED version and not the camera version. Now if you click and hold the on and off button at the top, you should have the little LED comes on at the front, and you have 2 red LEDs at the back as well, and then click and hold to turn itself off as well. The style of the quadcopter is quite flat at the front, but then slowly curves towards the back. See, it's ever so slight, that curve, and then towards the back you will notice there is almost a very boxy affair going on there. There's nothing aerodynamic about the back. It's very flat, it's very rectangular, it's very boxy as well. So this is where the battery is. It's a... oh, I'm going to turn that on. It is a proprietary battery, and this particular battery is 3.7 volts, 200 milliamp hour. It takes 40 minutes to charge, and it will give you a flight time of 5 minutes. Now this particular plug, just to give you a bit of information, just to give you an FYI, this little plug here is upside down, so you have to make sure that you fit it correctly, because the way that it looks like it goes is with the slit at the top, and it's not. You have to turn it round for it to fit in properly like that. There we go. Now, once that you have fully charged that and it is ready to go back, then all you've got to do is just line up the 2 ports in the back here, the port with the socket, and then just push it in until it clicks. Once it's clicked in, it is safe, it is secure. You've got a little catch on the bottom here that you can push in to remove it again should you want it, just to give it another charge. Now if we flip this over, you can see that we have 4 little orb-like structures on the bottom. These are rubber, and these are your landing sprigs. Now it's quite nice to have them as orbs. Normally they're just semicircles, but to have a full orb like that actually gives you quite a lot of dampening. So when you are going to bring it down, it is going to come down quite nicely, and you're going to have a lot of shock resistance in that when you do land. This LED, if you find that it is too piercing, you can also alter the angle of it ever so slightly, not by much, but just enough should you want to. And also these motors, so that they don't get too hot, there are little slits on the motor housings here just so that they can vent as you're flying around. Also another thing to be wary of, as with a lot of these push pin propellers, just push them in and just ensure that they are fully on before you take her out for your first flight. Do that as part of your pre-flight checks. So there we are, that is the quadcopter. That is quite sweet, looks really nice, is built extremely well, probably one of the better nano quadcopters built I think I've ever seen. That is really nice, feels really good as well. Okay, so now on to the transmitter. It's a very bog standard affair. There's not really anything much going on here. You have your trim buttons towards the bottom here. You also have your analog sticks. This quadcopter does have altitude hold, so you'll notice the left analog stick just recenters back to the center there. Now you have an on and off button at the bottom with a status LED that flashes and also goes solid, flashes when unbound and it stays solid once bound. To change speed modes, you push down the left analog stick. You get 3 speed modes. slow, medium and high, and then to change, to do 3D flips, you push down the right analog stick and a direction. In order to do that, the quadcopter has to be totally still in mid-air in order for it to flip. If you are moving around, it won't flip around with you, but it does move. It does flip in 4 directions. You have 2 shoulder buttons. The shoulder button on the left is automatic takeoff and landing, and the right shoulder button is for headless mode and return to home. Now this return to home, obviously this quadcopter is not GPS, therefore it'll have a rough approximation as to where it needs to go back to this transmitter. It's not going to be very accurate, so be warned when you do come to use that. Now if we turn this transmitter over and if we open up the battery bay at the back, you will see it takes 2 AA batteries in order to power this transmitter. This transmitter does not allow USB charging of any sort, so therefore you do have to ensure the batteries inside here are fully charged and or shop bought before you take it out and fly. Okay, a couple of other things. We have an accessory pack that comes with 4 propellers as well as the propeller guards to sit on there. The propeller guards just click in, and then we have the USB cable. Now another thing we get as well is the manual. The manual looks a little bit like this. Now if you do have the camera version, there are some QR codes in here for you to scan in order to download the app, as well as it does show you exactly how to put on the FPV boom and how to ensure that your phone is in there nice and safely, as well as how to use the app. So have a little look at that as well should you get the camera version. I don't even know if it's out yet or if it's coming out, but that manual covers the camera version and the non-camera version as well. So there we are, folks. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.